There are two people you must focus 90% of your attention on. 1. You. And 2. The person you desire to be. My brother, are you ready to embark on a life-transforming journey, starting right now? Listen, within the next 6 months, you have the power to make a remarkable transformation. Imagine this. Imagine dedicating a mere 1 hour each day to your side hustle, for a total of 182 focused hours. The possibilities within that time frame are extraordinary. Now imagine this. Imagine yourself going into complete ghost mode for the next 6 months. That means putting yourself first, with 90% of your time dedicated solely to you and the person you not only want to be, but need to be. I know this approach works because I personally experienced it. Last year, I committed 6 months of my life to this exact method, and the results were astonishing. During that time, I locked myself away from distractions and concentrated 90% of my efforts on personal growth. And what was the final outcome? I quadrupled my income. And guess what? I didn't stop there. I wisely invested my profits, and they multiplied, allowing me to increase my bank account tenfold. But let me tell you, none of this would have been possible if I hadn't eliminated distractions and focused on what truly mattered. Now, before we begin to dive into today's lesson, I want to first delve into the concept of essentialism. Listen to me, brother. An essentialist does not seek to accomplish more tasks, but rather to accomplish the right tasks. It's about identifying what is absolutely essential in this particular season of your life and discarding everything else. Now, for the next few minutes, I'm going to be asking you 3 separate questions. And if you choose to answer them with complete honesty, I believe your life will begin to take shape and transform before your very eyes. Feel free to take out a journal or notepad and write down your answers. Remember, your journey toward transformation starts with self-reflection and honesty. It's time to prioritize the right things and embrace the essentialist mindset. The power to shape your future is in your hands. Number 1. What is the number 1 thing in your life that you need to lock in and focus on? Take a moment to write it down. Now, think about the things that are distracting you from achieving that focus. Identify them and make a list. Listen up, my dear brother. I want you to envision your life as a magnificent coliseum, supported by multiple pillars. These pillars represent different aspects of your life, such as health, finances, relationships, spirituality, and mental and emotional well-being. Each pillar plays a crucial role in upholding your life. Now, here's the key. In order to strengthen each pillar to its fullest potential, you can't spread yourself thin by trying to build them all simultaneously. No, you must direct your attention to one specific pillar at a time. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not suggesting neglecting the other pillars. But what I am saying is that you should dedicate the majority of your time to one or 2 specific pillars until they are solid and strong. Let me be clear. Society often preaches about the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between work, socializing, and leisure activities for good mental health. While I understand the concept of balanced living, there are times in life when you simply can't afford that luxury. Sometimes, you need to roll up your sleeves, go into complete ghost mode, and immerse yourself in a specific area for a season. And guess what? I believe you, watching this right now, are being called to go all in. For the next 6 months, forget about balance. Remember, balance can be beneficial, but it can also be atomic if applied to the wrong season of your life. There are times when life demands complete dedication and imbalance toward a particular goal. Imagine if you were seriously ill and overweight, given only 6 months to live. Would you concern yourself with maintaining balance? No. You'd be hitting the gym for 3 hours a day, eating nothing but organic, natural food. Now I understand you may not be physically dying, but let me tell you, your dreams are dying. So it's time for you to make a decision right now. To dive all in. If you want to rise above the rest and build strong pillars in your life, you need to get to work immediately. Whatever particular area you find yourself lacking in, hone in on it. This, my friend, is the essence of essentialism. This is how the most successful people in the world operate. Think about your favorite musician. When they released the album that changed your life, do you think they were living a nice balanced existence during those 6 months of creation? No. I guarantee you they were completely zoned in, locked in, and fully focused on making the best album possible. So, my friend, it's time to take control. Identify the pillar that requires your utmost attention and dedication and spend 90% of your time on that pillar for the next 6 months. Eliminate distractions and commit an entire season to going all in. Remember, the most extraordinary accomplishments often come from focused and relentless pursuit. It's time for you to become that unstoppable force and create the life you've always dreamed of. Number 2. How can you cut costs? Let me paint a vivid picture for you. Imagine yourself stranded in a sinking ship, far out in the vast ocean. There are no lifeboats in sight. As the water levels rise, panic ensues. You can feel the fear gripping your heart, and the people around you are in a frenzy. It's complete chaos. Now, in this dire situation, what should your goal be? It's not just about stopping the water from flooding in. It's about actively draining the water. Only by achieving this can you take a deep breath, think more clearly, and devise a plan to safely escape this predicament. Now, apply this same approach to your life. Let me share a personal example. When I first got married, both my wife and I, along with my brother and parents, were facing financial struggles. It felt like we were on that sinking ship, drowning in panic. So, what did we do? We made a bold decision. We chose to leave the comfort of our individual houses, and we decided to rent a spacious house while splitting the rent 3 ways. It wasn't easy, mind you. It was uncomfortable, and yes, there was fighting within the house. But this sacrifice allowed us to cut costs significantly and lay the foundation for a better future. Fast forward a few years later, and we've all managed to rise above our financial challenges. We each own our own houses now. But here's the crucial point. None of this would have been possible if we hadn't made that initial decision to cut costs and temporarily give up our individual comforts by living together in a single home. So, my friend, if you find yourself struggling financially, take inspiration from our story. Consider what areas of your life you can cut costs and make sacrifices in. Sometimes, it's necessary to step outside your comfort zone and embrace temporary discomfort in order to rebuild and thrive. Remember, just like the sinking ship, the chaos and panic can be subdued when you actively work to stop the inflow and drain the excess. Take control of your financial situation, cut costs where possible, and make the necessary sacrifices. Your willingness to adapt and take bold action will pave the way for a brighter future. Number 3. What kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? I need to be real with you for a moment. Take a hard look at the people you surround yourself with. Are they poor? And I don't just mean financially poor. I mean mentally poor as well. Here's the truth. Most of the time, People with a poor mindset tend to attract poverty in various aspects of their lives. Here's the kicker. If they see you starting to make progress, they will unknowingly try to hold you back. It's not because they are malicious. It's simply a reflection of their own limitations. And when you inevitably face failures along the way, and trust me, you will, they'll be right there saying, "See, I told you. I told you people like us never become successful." But here's the thing, they'll only be right until you prove them wrong. And my brother, you have the power to prove them wrong. However, the first step is to disconnect yourself from these people. You cannot expect to become an overcomer if you surround yourself with a bunch of low-life, defeated, visionless individuals. If you're surrounded by people who are down when you're down, guess what? Down will become your daily norm. Here's a quote to remember. If the people in your life do not have bigger dreams for you than you have for yourself, ignore all their advice and stay away from them. It's time to take a good, hard look at the people you call your inner circle. Do they uplift you? Do they believe in your potential and have grander dreams for you than you have for yourself? If not, it's time to distance yourself. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. Seek out those who challenge you to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to defy the limitations that others try to impose. Remember, my friend, you are the average of the people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. If you want to join the Brotherhood, please hit the subscribe button and notifications bell. Remember, brother, you were built to beast.